Tony, do you watch tennis?
Yes, I do.
I don't know why I'm surprised. Who's your favorite tennis player?
Novak Djokovic.
Isn't that the guy who plays for the Denver Nuggets?
No, but they're both Serbian.
Oh, okay. Well then, let's get started.
Okay.
You want to talk about sports?
Yes, I want to talk about sports.
You want to get a real job? You want to talk about sports?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports.
All right, sports it is.
Welcome to Tony's Upset, a sports podcast fueled by autism and brotherhood. I'm your host, Tony Chinelli, with my co-host, Gianni Chinelli.
Are you going to ask
How
me?
are you, Gianni? Sorry.
There we are. I'm doing quite well. I look forward to you asking me how I'm doing.
I know, sorry.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm fantastic.
That's awesome. Tony and I just listened to some feedback from a real mentor in my life named Kevin. Just gave us some really awesome feedback on the podcast, so he's in a really good mood. On that topic, we'll talk about this a little bit later. Please reach out to us. We love getting emails. If you want to give questions, if you just want to share how the podcast has affected you, your thoughts, even if you have concerns or criticism, we may not agree with them, but we're down to hear them. So send us an email. The information is below. We're also on YouTube, so go find us there. But if you want to send us an email, the email is tonysupset.podcast@gmail.com. It's that easy, right, Tony?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, let's get into today's episode. What is the first thing we're going to talk about?
Let's talk about some college football. There's some big games coming. Now, there is college football on today, but there is some big games next week that we're going to preview.
Yeah, so we're recording this on a Saturday. This will come out on a Monday, as always. And then the upcoming Saturday that you'll be hearing this on is going to be week 4, and we've got some huge matchups.
Yes, we do. So the first matchup is Georgia versus Bama. Right now, I saw the line. Right now, Georgia is a 3.5 favorite against Bama. I could see that. I still believe that Bama could do something this year, but they're going to have to ask Georgia. I think Georgia is a good team still. I like their quarterback going to start in. But Bama's really going to have to prove that they are championship, and that first game against Florida State was just a fluke. They're really going to have to win on their big-time wide receiver, Jermaine Bernard.
Yeah.
And
so Georgia's the better team, it sounds like. Bama started off rough this season.
yes, they did.
But they're still Bama. Tony, what's wrong with Bama?
So Bama really just lost their legendary head coach, Nick Saban.
Yeah, that's fair.
And, a lot of people are saying now that their second-year coach, Kendall DeBoer, who I think is a good coach, but, he had big shoes to fill, and, it's never that easy when you're winning. Listen, when Bill Belichick left the Patriots,
It was impossible to replace
It was
him.
impossible. They got a head coach. Unfortunately, they didn't get to succeed after letting go Bill Belichick, and they fired their head coach after him after just 1 year.
Yeah.
So it's going to take time. I know a lot of people are calling for Alabama's coach to get fired and stuff.
It's not going to
That's why
help the
I said,
situation. I don't
no,
think.
it's not.
Because the thing is like that coach went out, he found talent, he found high school kids basically, and was like, hey, come to my program, we're going to build something here. Then you fire him, and you have to get a new guy in with a new philosophy, maybe even with a new staff. It's a lot of work.
Yes.
So I think really it's maybe just a question of expectations for Bama. They might need to relax for a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. We also got Ohio State versus Washington. Do you think this will be a good matchup?
No, I don't. Since Washington made a championship 2 years ago, it really,
You think Washington's going to be good?
What? No.
No. So you think Ohio State's going to...
Yeah, so I think Ohio State's just going to walk all over them.
Really?
Yes.
So down the street, coworker Kendall, he's a big Ohio State fan. Should he be happy?
Yes.
All right, Kendall, you heard it here first. And the other coworker, Matt, he's a Georgia fan. He keeps on trying to trade me for my Georgia players in fantasy football. All right, then lastly, we got Oregon versus Penn State.
Yes, we do. So, it's a good matchup. It's a top 10 matchup. I'm really interested in Drew Aller. Before going into this, a lot of people thought that Allen was the second best quarterback behind Archie Manning and maybe going into the draft. But now, with Manning not doing well, there's some other quarterbacks coming up, and they're counting out Drew Allen.
Yeah, you think he should really be the number one guy in the conversation, but he isn't?
Yes, that's exactly so. I'm interested. I think this is a big matchup for him.
Okay.
And prove people wrong.
All right, well, Penn State's got a great quarterback. We love to hear that. Talking about great quarterback, Tony, I usually have a plan going into a season of what we're going to talk about. Nowhere on my radar did the resurrection of Daniel Jones come into my mind. But, I mean, he's been lights out the first 2 games of the season.
Should we be surprised, though? Like New York. God, he left that New York tragedy, enjoyed Sam Darnold, Geno Smith.
A lot of quarterbacks have left New York City and done well.
Yep.
You think they're just poorly run organizations?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, but it's so weird. But Daniel Jones, he is a dual threat guy.
Yes.
He's a good runner. He's a good passer. And it's
and that's something he never did with New York.
Yeah. And maybe that was coaching. Maybe that was offensive coordinators. Whatever it is, Daniel Jones looks phenomenal.
Yep.
Let me tell you how good Daniel Jones looks. I have Goff on my team in fantasy football. I've got Patrick Mahomes. And I've got Daniel Jones. And I'm texting Tony every day. I don't know what to do. Tony, what do I do? I think Daniel Jones needs to start over Patrick Mahomes. And he's like, no, bench Goff, bench Goff. And I'm like, but Goff's put up 30 points last week. So I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out. But, I mean, statistically in my league, Daniel Jones is the 3rd best player in my league entirely. Running backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks, water boys, Jumbotron people. Number 4 player in my league. That's insane, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Daniel Jones. Eli Manning 2.0. A Duke University quarterback.
Duke, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
I watched Daniel Jones play a lot in college because I was dating that girl who was a Duke fan, so we went to a lot of those games. And I remember watching him and being like, man, this is just Eli Manning, but he can run a little bit better. But look at him, man. He's doing well.
He is doing well. I'm happy for him.
I'm happy for him too. Tony, other things we wanted to talk about was there's some more UFC fights coming up. What do we got?
Let me give you some information about the middleweight. We were talking about there were 2 huge middleweight matchups coming up. So it looks like the winner who won the Paris one, Imamov, will be getting the next title shot because the fight that Matt's on the main card, actually, one of those fighters had to pull out due to an injury. His name is Anthony Hernandez, so they got another guy to step in for him. But I think Imamov will be getting the next title shot. Saturday the 27th, there's a huge matchup in another division that is including a title, maybe the winner of a title shot between Carlos Ubre and Dominic Reyes. That is the 27th of September. But then on October 4th, it's UFC 320, where the defending champion, Magomed Ankalaev, will be facing former champion, Alex Pereira. But there's another huge matchup on that card. Could be another, elimination title between second rank Yuri Prochazka versus 4th rank Khalil Roundtree.
Who do you think's going to win that one?
Wait, which one?
Either of them. It's okay not to know. I'm not going to kick you off the network.
For the 27th matchup between Ubre and Reyes, which is another hometown for Carlos Ubre, who's like an Australian, New Zealand guy, but he's taking on Dominic Reyes. I have an upset. I have Reyes, who is a 2-1 underdog, upsetting the favorite.
Interesting.
For the UFC 320, the main event, even though I don't like the champion right now, I still feel like he's pretty good. And I think he gets it done. That's Enjoye. And between Pereira and Roundtree, I'm still to be determined.
Okay. Well, that's fantastic. Tony, that's all we're going to have time for today. Thank you so much for everything you shared today. Again, please reach out to us at the email below, and please follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for being part of our family. Got anything else you want to say, Tony?
Nope, thank you, everybody, and thank you for listening.
Awesome. Thank you for listening to Tony's Upset, a sports podcast fueled by autism and brotherhood. Goodbye, y'all.